Is it raining? I have 3 fountains in my garden. We're going to be doing a little work on all 3 today. When I have my fountains uncovered during the winter months, I have to go in and do a little bit of maintenance in order to prevent them from freezing and cracking due to water being in the bottom. This first one here, we're going to have to go in, just drain it, remove the leaves. So let's head to the next one. Front entryway fountain needs to be drained. We need to get the leaves out of the bottom of it. There are also some spouts that have fallen. Down in the lion fountain area needs to be drained, and it looks like this one definitely needs to be drained almost on every single level here. Get the leaves out of it, and then we also need to go in and remove the spouts as well. Is it raining? You guys, it is hailing out here. Like, what in the weather forecast was this? So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab everything, and then we're going to head in and we're going to plant up some beautiful begonias, honey. Oh, Lord. This is crazy. These Riegers or Riegers begonia, it just depends on how you say it. I always tend to say Riegers, but it's technically, I believe it's Riegers. Mainly see double blooms on mine, but it's not uncommon to have both single and double blooms on one specimen. So I'm looking at my plant here and I only see double blooms on mine. And the same thing with this one right here. I'm not seeing any single blooms on mine, but with Rieger's begonia, it's not uncommon to see that. So what I think I want to do now is let's head in, let's pick out the containers that we're going to be using. I think I know which way I'm going to go. Let's let's head in there. I'm thinking maybe these gray pots right here by Wakefield. So we have this smaller pot right here, more of a low bowl. We don't need those, even though it would be cute to use these. I think what we're going to do, and we'll set that right there for a second, is let's go ahead and let's use these Wakefield planters right here. You guys, these are absolutely gorgeous. This is going to give our begonias some height, and it's definitely going to help make the statement. The reason why I want to use the gray is because the begonia is so bold in color that we want it to stand out and be its own. So if I went with like a cream pot, let me show you the cream pot. Let me set this down real quick. Okay, so these pots, very beautiful, a simple terracotta pot. While they are gorgeous, it's definitely not going to make the same statement as if we came in and used a gray pot. The gray pot is going to be more classic. It's going to give us more elegance. While I am one to do bold colors, like, because I just recently did a pink, not recently, but a while ago, I did a pink and white arrangement. So the flowers were pink. We had different colors of pink, different variations, different height, and then we came in and we used some containers like this. All three containers were different heights, which they were absolutely beautiful. But for the begonia, we want to take it more classic. We want it to be more elegant than the pink and white, which the pink and white was geared more towards the decor in my office, versus the begonia is going in a completely different place. So I'm going to put this back in. I do color block my containers, and so my cream ones are over there. These containers over here on this wall are being housed on this temporary rack. Now this is actually my inventory rack that I use throughout the season. I put my annuals, my perennials, whatever I'm planting on this rack, and that's why you see a lot of space in between there. But for right now, these are housing my terracotta pots for right now. So we'll put this back, we'll grab the gray one, and we'll head back into the kitchen. And this one right here, baby, these containers look like they have definitely seen better days. Do you see how scuffed up it is? So we'll definitely go in and we will clean them out. And these are, I have a total of 4 of these. So I have 2 of these, 2 of the smaller size there, and they are Wakefield planters. So Wakefield, can you see that? All right, so let's head back in. Mistake, do not confuse by any means a distressed terracotta pot with a dirty terracotta pot. Now, some of you may have been just cringing watching me scrub these terracotta pots, but you guys, it's only going to bring out the beauty and the elegance in these Wakefield planters. Now that I have both of them cleaned up, we're going to pot these begonias up. Oh, I just cannot wait. I'm so excited. The collection that I am working on is just going to be so stunning to go from room to room. So we recently did a cactus arrangement, or excuse me, a succulent arrangement. That was gorgeous. You can see the tones that were in there. Then followed by a kalanchoe or kalanchoe, depending on how you say it. Kalandiva, Kalandiva. It just all depends on where you're from. Just like I say hellebore, but it's really hellebore, helleborus. So just all kind of depend on where you're from. You know, we all have our different accents or whatever have you. So because I'm planting these up, I always go in with a small coffee filter. I put a coffee filter in the bottom of it, and that is going to help trap some of the soil in the bottom of the pot. Normally I would have my mobile potting bench, but these are real simple. We're not going to have to manipulate any of the root balls, so we definitely should be fine with this one. Right here. Now let's get down to business. So the first begonia here. Okay, we'll turn this around to the side. Just when I knew I should have brought my potting bench in here. So this is the first one right here. Now for this one here. Now, do you notice the difference? So let me get this excess dirt off of here. All right, with these begonias, you can definitely see how this begonia here is more shaped, it's formed. Now, you look at this begonia, as soon as I pop this begonia out of the plant can, you can see where it's starting to separate. I'm going to show you how I fix my plants once they separate. So we have our begonia here, and so what you want to do is basically add support to this plant, okay? So simple and easy. You're going to come in with a plant support. So this would be similar to like a small bamboo stake. You can get it in green if you can find it in green. Green is going to always blend in more. Now you see, by just adding that one support here, I came in, put the plant support right here in the back here to give my begonia the much needed support. Okay, so now I want to come in and add a support here on the side. So same thing here, I'm going to come in and I again go in and insert my support. And we're just going to put it all the way down, but we want to leave it up high enough to where it's going to be able to catch the plants and support the plants. Okay, just like that. Now you can go in and add one in the front here and it will bring it in. You see how it brings it in now? It's always important to make sure you're picking up any of your droppings here from your plant. We are going to come in and we're going to add a generous helping of Spanish moss. You guys can find your Spanish moss at your craft stores, Hobby Lobby. This big bag here, $10. So you guys, you can definitely reuse your Spanish moss. You can wash your Spanish moss, let it dry out, and reuse it again. These are going to be things that you want to have as part of your indoor container arsenal. So when you're planting up these beautiful, elegant containers, you can come in, dress the soil if you so please. Just to show how this Spanish moss is going to elevate our containers a little bit higher than if we just went in with some regular green moss. Now that moss there, it looks nice. Tuck it in there. But we want contrast here. So let's come in. With our Spanish moss. And I kind of just tear it apart when I use it. Sometimes I'll cut it. All right, let's come in. Okay, so I just cut a little bit of it. And I'm just going to tuck it right here at the base. You will start to see that once you're having these beautiful arrangements, you're going to have a nosy somebody, whether it be that nosy friend, that nosy neighbor, or the nosy serviceman. They're going to come and they're going to try to take a peek down at your begonias because, again, We're not supposed to have anything in bloom at this time of the year. So go in, tuck it all the way around, and when they pull it back to see is it real, baby, they're going to be in for a surprise, okay? They're going to be in for a surprise. So we're going to keep coming in, and we're going to add our moss here around the bottom. Just like that. Does not take much at all. A little bit more. Tuck a little piece right there, and I like to be generous with it when I use it. I love to be generous with it. Now let's dress this one right here. Again, real generous around the front. Oh, that's so beautiful. Both of these containers are completely engulfed in moss all the way around the container. Same thing right here. So, Wakefield planter here, our sign in the front. For the begonias, you want to keep it in bright, indirect light, okay? They really don't like to be too hot. They really don't like to be too cold. So room temperature will be fine. I do go in and I give my begonias a watered down, a very, very diluted fertilizer. The same fertilizer that I use on my summer annuals, that is what I use on these begonias to keep them flowering. And I go in and I will deadhead any of the blooms as they fall off. Now, this is going to be our saucer here. We're going to come in and we're going to just set the begonia lightly on top of it. So when we water it, I'm using a pinpoint watering can. I'm going to come in the middle here and I am going to water my begonia. I'm going to try to make sure I don't get the leaves or the blooms wet, and this begonia is going to look gorgeous for me for a very long time. Let me know. Drop down in the comment box because I love to hear from you guys, and I am almost working overtime to make sure I'm responding to the comments of the latest video that we have out. So drop down in the comment box. Let me know, do you use begonias in your indoor container arsenal? Do you use begonias outside? How do you feel about begonias? Have you tried them before? Was it a win? Was it a fail? I would love to hear about it. Drop down in that comment box. Let me know. Don't forget to click like, share, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And if this is your second time or your third or your fourth or so on and so on over here on Garden Queen, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. See you guys later. Bye-bye.